Good evening from Richmond, Kentucky on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University and McRae Arena at Alumni Coliseum. It's boys 11th Region tournament action as they get underway here on this Wednesday night. In the first game, it'll be the Generals of Lafayette High School out of Lexington against the Flyers of Franklin County. Welcome in to high school basketball here on PrepSpin. Darren Douglas along with Coach Don Atkinson. This is our first time really working together, Coach, but we've known each other a very long time.
Yes, well, don't say it like that, Darren.
I'm getting there too, Coach. I'm right there. Matter of fact, he coached against me when I was in high school. That's how far back we go, Coach.
That makes me old. Durr.
But, Coach, we got an interesting matchup here. We've got a Lafayette team that a lot was expected of them in the preseason, ranked, pretty much throughout the season in the top 10. Stubbed their toe a little bit in the district finals, but that district is loaded.
Yes.
But then we got an upstart with Franklin County, and Tony Wise has done a really nice job down there with this ball club.
Well, you got some probably got some athletes that play both football and basketball for him, and he's using that ability to do some things. What I'm kind of wondering is, okay, how did that loss going to affect Lafayette coming out of the district? Franklin County wins their district. Obviously, they're up on a little upswing, so the loss that Lafayette had to Dunbar, see how the young people responded.
And that game with Dunbar and Lafayette, it was a very physical ball game. I mean, low scoring, which we didn't expect between those two teams. Mm-hmm. Very physical in the paint. Nothing came easy in the paint. Very few second shots, and if there were, they were still contested. That'll wear on you mentally as well.
Exactly, and it basically that district championship basically came down to about 3 or 4 possessions in the ball game. Dunbar did go on and I think win by 10 if I'm not mistaken, but still it was like at one time Dunbar's down until about 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, I think, and they hit a big three and got some momentum going. But it'll be interesting. Lafayette has to hit their outside shots. Harrison Lane has to hit. And then the inside with Jenkins kid has to have a good game.
Dunbar and Lafayette, a newer rivalry, so to speak. I think Dunbar now, 20 years old or so, the school. Franklin County, Woodford County. That is a huge rivalry in the 41st District. Sometimes can get really, really physical. Sometimes can get ugly.
Yes.
And, again, you got to think about it. Even though they won their championship, you still got to think, what do they have left to think, even though they had about a week to relax and get things ready for Lafayette?
Well, and sometimes we forget these young people are just 16, 17, 18 years old. We feel like they can go on forever and ever and ever, but you know what? This time of year, their legs can get tired, so you got to be careful. You don't want to leave anything in the practice, area and on that floor before you get into the regional tournament.
That being said, I don't think either team tonight, Lafayette goes a little bit deeper. I think they play 8 or 9. I think Franklin County maybe goes 7. Foul trouble could be an issue.
And Lafayette can go. He's played as many as 10 people. He subs frequently. He tries to get them out. He's going to press. I'm sure that's just the way Lafayette has been playing forever since Mike's been there. They're going to press. And they may drop back and play a little zone at half court. They may play man. They'll switch up. vary their presses. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight.
Bigger arena could cause some problems on the shooting background here. Got a more of an open end on one end to our right as we sit here courtside across from the benches. You have now a different dynamic here in McGrayer Arena. You have the big video board behind the other one. So one end could pose a shooting problem for maybe both teams.
Well, and again, it's, coming out, getting on the line, getting just, that basket's 10 feet high. It doesn't make any difference. You got to know where you are on the floor.
Right.
And it becomes muscle memory more than anything. And people said, well, it's the illusion of being open, the space behind it that they're not used to. Hopefully a good shooter doesn't look at that. The only thing he's watching is that rim right there.
Well, both these coaches in their playing days were pretty doggone good shooters.
Yes, they were. They were.
Question is, can they pass it down to their teams?
Well, I'm sure they will pass down their intensity to their teams. I know that.
For sure. Because both of them, I know Coach Mendenhall pretty well. I know Tony Wise a lot better than I do Coach Mendenhall, but they both would run through the brick wall at the end of this gymnasium if they could.
Yes, they would. And, both establishing that and putting that in their teams, that personality that they have.
Now, we expect a big crowd here for this one. Game number 2 should be huge.
We know there'll be a big crowd. I'm surprised a lot of people from Madison Central, Scott County haven't already made it into the stands to get those good seats.
I look across the way. I see some Indian fans kind of filtering down into the bottom so far. I look behind me. Somebody walked in. 3 people hollered at me from Georgetown that I know. So they're already in the building. Yeah. It'll get bigger, and it definitely will get louder. About 4 minutes and a half away from getting this one underway. Coach Atkins and I'll be back. We'll give you the breakdown of how we think both teams need to play tonight to win this ball game. It's the boys' 11th Region Basketball Tournament on PrepSpin.com.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
You gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
A good look inside McBrayer Arena on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. It's boys 11th region tournament basketball. Both teams going to their benches. And we're about set for the first game of the 11th region tournament. Should prove to be an outstanding tournament. Usually the team that comes through this, you hope they haven't played their best basketball when it comes Sweet 16 time.
It can get a little hairy down the stretch, then especially, but you know it's changed a little bit since they've gone into the new format of the state tournament where you get that extra day on Sunday.
Yeah.
But you know, if you get in that bottom bracket where you had to play 4 games in 3 days, that was tough.
That was tough, especially the semifinals. And you had the second game in the morning, and then that championship that night. We've seen teams be able to overcome that, but we've seen some teams really hit the wall in that championship game as well. But I like the Sunday format. I really do. We'll go to the public address announcer here in just a moment. Be Ray White will be the voice you hear for the starting lines. First, we're going to get our national anthem.
Eastern Kentucky University for 11th Region High School Basketball Tournament action. Tonight's first game features the Generals of Lafayette High School and the Flyers of Franklin County High School. We'll have your starting lineups. We ask now that you please all rise as we honor America and its freedom and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem. Performed tonight by the Franklin County Pep Band under the direction of Chris Collins. And now, our national anthem.
Franklin County with our pep band with the national anthem. Now the voice of Ray White, public address announcer here at McBrayer Arena. I was going to let him give the officials' names, but band charges up, and in this dome type with this wood ceiling, a little echo. Kind of reminds me of Western Hills High School with that wooden roof, and everything bounces right back down on the floor at you.
I used to, especially in the summertime when it was go over there and you didn't have any fans.
Oh yeah, hear the ball.
Play AU ball. No, you could hear the coach at the other bench telling his team what to do. You speed down at your bench and you go, wait a minute, what's he going to do?
Yeah, what's he going to do? The one that got me was the ball would sound like it's bouncing 100 times.
Yeah.
Franklin County in white, champions of the 41st. Lafayette runners-up of the 43rd. We're about underway as Valentine will jump it against Jenkins. And Tony Wise, the head coach of Franklin County, said, we're playing defensive tip. I think Lafayette will get it, and he was right.
They're going to just sit back here in that zone and make Lafayette look like shooting the outside. Let's see. Got nice penetration there, though.
Nice drive, but he missed the floater as Jenkins. That's Jalen Jenkins, a senior guard for Lafayette. Here's Diablo Stewart. And he has some Lafayette ties. His father, Prince played at Lafayette. I played against Prince.
Yep. Prince had that left-hand little shot from way back there behind his head.
Yeah, he pulled it. Used to pop. I forgot that.
Yep.
Rebounded by Powell for Lafayette as the three was missed out of the corner by Staples. Here's Wharton. He's swinging around. Powell for three. Got it.
Nice shot by the young sophomore. He wasn't feeling any pressure on that, was he?
Nope. Ahead to Kennedy. Spins, loses his footing. Will be called for traveling. Kennedy was a running back for Franklin County's football team, and
tell you what, he looks like a nice big linebacker.
He
got some body to him.
Did the fullback thing. He just lowered his head and took it right up the middle.
Franklin County playing that 3-2 zone out front, kind of matching up in a point drop.
Valentine, the center there for Franklin County, will drop all the way to the block. Here's a ball tipped from behind by Stewart. Working now as he'll drive, put it up left hand, a whistle and a foul coming up on Lafayette. The foul is on Jalen Jenkins. That'll be Jenkins' first, the team first. And Diablo Stewart, the freshman, will go to the line and shoot two for Franklin County. Just underway here in Richmond, 6:46. Lafayette with the only field goal of 3, leads it 3-0. First free throw from Stewart is good.
Nice rotation on that shot.
See, he doesn't have his dad's shooting for him. Pull that thing back over his head. And when we say pull back over his head, folks, we're talking that thing would almost rest on the nape of his neck.
That's right. You always tease the kids, if you go around behind him, you block his shot every time.
Stewart hits both. It's 3-2 in favor of Lafayette. Now, this is Franklin County's only recourse. I think they have to really shade Harrison Lane, their three-point marksman. Here's a runner in the lane, no good. Jenkins, though, with the rebound, put it up, left it short, rebounded by Staples. That's what Franklin County cannot afford, Coach. Second chance opportunities.
Ross had a great opportunity there, point blank, just missed it. Maybe a little jitters here to start early.
Looks like Lafayette's in some kind of a zone, too.
They're playing their little matchup and extend it to 1-2-2 zone. They'll extend it out a little bit to try to put some pressure on the ball.
Tell you what, Harrison Lane, the son of Brian Lane, Transylvania head coach. And there goes Kennedy again, barreling into the lane, missed it short. Wharton with the rebound. Pulls up for 14, straight away got it.
Nice shot by Wharton.
Here's this 2-2-1 press. You'll see Lafayette in pretty much the entire night. And get it into front court to Bailey. Kennedy on the left side, working on Jenkins. Spins, gets in trouble, has it knocked away, gets it back out to Stewart, who took his eye off of it and dropped it into the Lafayette bench.
Lafayette's game plan is just to keep pressure on Franklin County, Darren, and at least try to keep them in a speed-up mode and maybe make mistakes like that right there.
Well, Stewart made the cardinal sin of trying to catch a pass with one hand. Jenkins turns, gives it back to his point guard, and Powell again out of the corner for 3, and he's 2 for 2 from behind the arc. 8-2 Lafayette. Powell, a sophomore. I don't remember him playing in this tournament a year ago.
No, did not.
Stewart, and whistle and a foul coming up on Wharton for.
He was inserted into the starting lineup in the district finals, so hadn't been starting.
Wow.
Coach Mendenhall, I guess, feels like he played well enough to keep that starting position.
Well, he had a hunch evidently in the district final, and he played fairly well to get another start here, huh?
Yep.
This is Stewart. Gets it down low. Actually, it was tipped into the hands of Bailey, and Stewart will try 3, left wing, got it.
Nice shot. Freshman.
Played a lot. I think he started the second half of the year last year for Franklin County as an 8th grader. Wharton penetrates, gives it to Jenkins. 15-footer straight away, got it.
Nice shot by the big man. Caught it on the foul line, turn and face, wide open.
Now he can do that. He's got the range. They go long to Kennedy. Nice catch. Gives it off to his big man Valentine, who had it stripped and into the hands of Lafayette. Powell the other way quickly for the Generals. Lane behind the back. Gives it over in the corner. That's Powell again for three, and he's got 3 for 3, 9 points for Eric Powell, the sophomore. And the Generals lead at 13-5 with 4:25 to go. Timeout, Franklin County. A 30. We'll keep it right here, Coach.
I tell you what, the young sophomore has come to play tonight. 3 for 3 outside the arc, doing a nice job.
He must have heard me say over here, the shooting background not very good. He says, hush over there.
That's right. The Lafayette continues to press, try to get them to speed up. Got a lot of, at least 3 or 4 turnovers down there. They have 3 turnovers this quarter for Franklin County.
Yeah. If Kennedy catches that pass, that was a nice look ahead from Stewart. If he catches the pass clean, he's got an easy layup. Just gotten a little much of a rush, just trying to catch it again with one hand. And I like to try to point out some stuff for young viewers out there.
Exactly.
Catch the ball with 2 hands.
Look it in. Don't try to do something before you get it.
True. I had a coach always tell me, 2 hands while learning. I said, yes, sir, Coach.
Oh, we got some water on the floor over there.
Water on the floor. We had a piece of paper here, and somebody finally got it. No, they didn't. It's right there. About 3 feet away from Chris Wharton there. Looks like a gum wrapper. It's bugging me. I just want to run out there and grab it real quick, Coach. Back in my younger days, I've been quick enough to do it. Now, it would take a little while.
I can think about doing that.
That's right. That's right. Here's Stewart. He'll have the ball in his hands about 90% of the time against this press. And the foul coming up, I believe they're going to get Powell.
Yeah.
So for Powell, that's his first, team third.
Stewart's got enough quickness to get by him down that sideline and push it in.
And I'll tell you this, he is a confident young man.
Yes.
Fearless, too. I like, he's not very tall. He'll go in the range of 5'7", 5'8".
His sister's a nice player.
Oh, boy. And she's only a junior. Turnover again. Here comes Jenkins off to Wharton, partially blocked by Bailey. And then Bailey knocks it out of bounds. Wharton knocked it out of bounds, goes back to Franklin County. 13-5 in favor of the Generals of Lafayette, dressed in their red. Stewart, double team, kills his dribble, throws it up for grabs and intercepted by Jenkins, who goes to the floor, gets it to Harrison Lane ahead. In the corner to Powell. They get out of him quickly this time. Down low,
nice.
Jenkins wide open. Nice look from Harrison Lane.
Nice pass by Lane to Jenkins, wide open down on the block, turns and puts it in.
Now think about the pressure on Harrison Lane. Your dad played at Tranche. He's a head coach over there, and your grandfather was a long-time coach and also a Hall of Famer. Stewart had it partially blocked. Back to Stewart. Nice hustle by Valentine. Missed his shot. Tipped by Bailey. No. Valentine with a rebound. Put it up and left it short with a foul coming up.
Foul's going to go on Ross Jenkins.
Yep, that's body. Number 1 on the senior. 6'7". Now, is he committed to any place yet?
I don't think so. I think Ross is kind of maybe deciding he wants to go be a student somewhere. I haven't heard anything yet.
Valentine's first free throw, no good. Now, if this game stays tight and comes down to free throws, Franklin County not a very good shooting team from the foul line.
First sub for Lafayette is
Cameron Greenup. Replaces Wharton.
Had a good district finals game over there against Dunbar.
I caught a lot of that game on the second half online, and I said, man, if this first half was like this second half, tight, and both teams not really wanting to make a mistake. Really, I thought both teams down the stretch played very cautiously.
And I think that was the Lafayette's key, was to try to just control the tempo of the game.
Went down to Jenkins, partially blocked. I believe that was Bailey that got a hand on it. We also have a sub for Franklin County, number 5, Kyle Stivers, a freshman for the Flyers. Young roster for Franklin County. Only 2 seniors. Here's one of them is Kennedy to Stewart. Stivers as they play catch around the perimeter. Stewart, a deep 3. No good. Bailey tipped it, and then Lane comes away with it and gets it away over there to Greenup.
Nice
ahead
move.
to Jenkins. Jenkins hangs off glass good. I tell you, Lafayette gets it out as quick as anybody in the region. Here's Kennedy.
Back
drives, missed it, left it short. Short arm the layup. Powell, they step out on it, steps inside, back over to Jenkins, 3, left to the wing, good. And again, another timeout for Tony Wise, and this is a full timeout. will step out. 20-6 Lafayette. 2:07 to play opening quarter. This is the boys 11th region basketball tournament on PrepSpin.
White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
I'll tell you what, Coach, if you're Coach Mike Mendenhall III and you were worried about hangover from a district championship loss, that's out the window. You're shooting almost 62%, 61.5% from the floor, 8 of 13, 4 of 4 from behind the arc.
And just, and not even thinking about it.
No.
Darren. I mean, they're coming down, they're open shots, and they're nailing them. We've got some subs coming in for Lafayette here to start this after the break. Got number 11.
Evan Drew, a freshman.
And number 31, it looks like.
31, that's William Watkins, a senior. So only a couple of four seniors on his Lafayette squad as well. So both teams relatively young. Here's Stivers off his hands, out of bounds. Another turnover for Franklin County. That is number 6. Lafayette's turned it over one time. And as bad as hot as Franklin or Lafayette is from the field, Franklin County's that cold, 1 of 7.
They're allowing Lafayette's pressure to rattle them a little bit here in the first quarter.
Well, swinging around, this is Drew, and Stewart got a hand in the passing lane to knock it out.
He needs to take it up to the defense and attack that seam on that zone right there. And now they've come
Looks
out.
like it's man-to-man
Now, they switched.
A whistle and a foul coming up on number 11, Ryan Staples, the junior for Franklin County. Got beat off the dribble and reached in. And his first, they're going to call it, was on the pass instead of a shot. So Lafayette will inbound inside underneath their own basket to the right. Jenkins. Allow it over here. Drew fakes the 3, steps in. Back to Green up 3 straight away. Short. Rebound. Everybody watching. Franklin County did a nice job of blocking out, then forgot to go get the basketball. And Watkins stepped on the sidelines. He chased it down over there on the far side. Javante Carpenter, a junior, 23 in red, coming in for the first time tonight. And that's 9 already played in the first quarter of action.
Yeah. Powell's the only starter left in on this group.
Stewart dribbles over here to the side, double team, gets it back over to Staples, who gets it across the timeline. Stivers left baseline. Deep to Stewart. Now, if you think Stewart's going to have a quickness advantage over Carpenter, no.
Their guards are very quick.
Now, Carpenter's a thick young man, but he's got some really nice speed as well. He's deceptively quick. Notice that in the 43rd district. Nice move by Kennedy. If he'd gone left-handed, he had a chance to really complete possibly a 3-point play, but
Watkins fouled on the shot.
Yeah, Watkins got him on the arm. That's 5 fouls on Lafayette. Franklin County yet to commit a foul.
Yeah.
I think they did last while ago.
Yeah.
Stivers did. Or Staples, I should say. Wharton back in, replacing Powell. As Kennedy hit the first free throw. Improved his free throw shooting from a year ago. He's down in the 50s. It's both.
Nice rotation on that shot.
Yeah, he's kind of like Marcus Lee of Kentucky. Got a really nice form, just right, got it between his ears.
Yeah. Franklin coming out with a little 3-quarter press.
Yeah, nice look down to Watkins, who laid it in, and a nice look from Drew. 22-8, under 45 to play in the first quarter. Stewart penetrates, steps back out. Lafayette double teaming him now. He's in trouble. He's killed his dribble over there. He'll find Stivers on the far side. And a whistle and a ball off of Stivers. Stivers a freshman. You can tell.
Nice job by Watkins holding his ground right there. And the offensive player really created the contact into him. Just lost it out of bounds.
Watkins a senior. You can tell the maturity level of the body. Watkins really put together, and then Stivers is this real skinny young man. In the middle to Wharton. Nice look across the way to Greenup. Back to Drew, 3 left wing, got it.
Nice ball movement there by Lafayette. Getting it down inside, kicking it back out. Found the open man on the perimeter for the 3.
Here's a steal by Wharton. Drives baseline, put it in. Picked the pocket of Staples. Here's Kennedy into front court. All the way down the lane, put it up. No good. Going to count after the bucket. Or after the horn, I should say. Lafayette in term control here in the first quarter. Let's see if Franklin County gets some things organized for 27-8 Generals. After 1, back with more of the 11th Region Basketball Tournament from Richmond, Kentucky on PrepSpin.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Well, the first quarter, Lafayette, I wouldn't say hot. How about white hot?
Yes.
11 of 17 from the floor, 5 of 6 from behind the arc, shooting a cool 65%.
Not bad.
I think you take that as a head coach, wouldn't you?
Every night.
There are some nights that you have what Franklin County's having here in the first quarter, 14.3%.
Franklin County just needs to try to get the game under a controlled tempo. They're letting Lafayette's press keep them in a speed-up mode, just like a turnover right there.
Drew with a steal. Goes down on Stewart, and a nice hesitation in midair to lay it off the glass. Drew is a freshman, number 11 in red. Here's another turnover. Greenup with a steal. Back the other way comes Lafayette. Greenup all the way down the lane, tipped away by Diablo Stewart. And we're going to get 2 subs for Franklin County. Walker Lee is 22 in white, and number 20 is Isaac Dotson. Both are sophomores.
Which Tony Wide saying, well, let's give them some of the younger guys in here and give them some experience in the regional tournament. Let's see if they can do anything.
Anytime he reaches down on the bench, it's going to be a young one.
Yeah.
Here's Drew, straight away, 3. Bingo. Wow. There's no adjective other than wow. That just gets.
When you're like that.
Yeah. They go in the corner. Should have been a double dribble, possibly, but nope. Missed the shot. Nice drive by the young man Dotson, but he shot it too hard off the glass, just came off of there. Knocked out of bounds by Lafayette. Last to touch was Watkins for the Generals. It's just one of those nights right now for Franklin County.
They can't get a wide open layup to drop. When they get a good shot inside, they miss it. Oh, nice little bank shot there.
Lobbed it into Valentine, who went glass straight away, and it's 32-10 Lafayette with 7 minutes to play in the first half of action. It's been all Generals, and simply put, 2 stats jump out at you. Lafayette shooting, Franklin County turning the ball over.
Exactly. It's just giving people another opportunities.
Carpenter for 3, shot it from about 21 feet, shot at 24.
That was the first bad shot that has been taken by Lafayette.
Steal by Drew, and then Diablo Stewart came back and knocked it away from him. Kennedy in the left corner to Dotson, back to Kennedy. And Franklin County will set the offense. Stewart directing traffic, Kennedy on the left wing. This matchup zone causing some problems for Franklin County to figure out how to get it up in the crease there.
Yeah. Just got to pick that high area and then hope somebody can get the seam. Like that, just was fouled on the drive.
Now Kennedy got fouled on the floor, so we'll take it out underneath the basket. That's foul number 6. And that's number 2 on William Watkins.
Okay. Coach Hall.
Here he comes in, Ross Jenkins, Harrison Lane, Jalen Jenkins, and Eric Powell.
Back with their starter lineup now.
So Lafayette actually.
Subs did a nice job. Those 4 coming in.
Here's a 3. High archer is going to be short. Long rebound to Kennedy. That's Lee that missed it. Diablo Stewart somehow banked it on the side there. Nice job by Franklin County, but he was touching him while standing on the inline. Lee. And I'm wondering, he has the similar facial features. I wonder if that's any relation to Keith Lee, who played at Franklin County back in the 80s. Showing my age again. They go around the horn, does Lafayette. Lane cuts through, nothing there for him. Back Powell, left corner. That break on the bench cost him his perfect night.
Cost him the streak.
Stewart to Kennedy. Put it up, got it. You can see the football mentality in DeMarcus Kennedy.
He was taking it right to the goal. Nice move.
32-12, Franklin County down by 20. Lane, down low, Ross Jenkins, off glass, good.
Ross did a nice job catching that, keeping it up high and turning and shooting it quick before the defense had time to set.
Yeah, he goes 6'7". Nobody has any size there to deal with him height-wise.
Back tip, turnover.
Harrison Lane with the back tip into the hands of Jenkins. Warden drives down the lane, let it in. Boy, that's just parting the Red Sea there.
Just finding the seam and driving right to the basket. Nobody stopped the ball. Cardinal rule, got to stop the ball first.
Down to Valentine. Nice look over to Kennedy, and nice job by Powell, who's having a heck of a game here in the first half. And then Kennedy, standing on the inline, had it go off of him.
Another turnover.
Well, I know the coach and Tony Wise, he's hating this for his players.
Oh.
But if he was a player, he would love to have one of these nights that Lafayette's doing, shooting the basketball. I think he played 7 different sports at Scott County in his high school days.
6.
Yeah. Nice look from Lane into the corner to Powell. Drives baseline, got it to Jenkins. Lane with an open look straight away. Got it.
If you just said Lafayette was going to be up 27 points in the first half, and that was Harrison Lane's first basket, I said, no, I don't think so.
He's supposed to be their best three-point shooter.
Yes.
Here's Kennedy. He'll put it up and in, count it, and a foul.
Nice job, Franklin County breaking the press there and getting the ball down inside to Kennedy for a nice open basket and a foul.
Fouls on Eric Powell. That's number 2 on Powell. It's about the only thing he's done wrong for Lafayette in the first half is commit fouls. 2 of them.
Yep.
39-14. Now, one thing's for sure about Franklin County, I'll tell you this, under Coach Tony Wise, they'll do what he did as a player. They won't quit playing no matter what the score is.
They'll keep playing.
They will play hard. Kennedy completes the three-point play. It's 39-15. Lane, straightaway 3. Bingo. Wow. Stewart has Bailey available in the middle of the floor, but they don't see him. And Stewart will get it across the timeline. Down low, Valentine lost it. Tried to get it to Bailey. That was Lee, actually threw it away. Another turnover for Franklin County. 14 of them. Lane, 3, left wing. Got it.
That's the 3rd timeout for Franklin County.
Yep. None of Harrison Lane's 3s even touched rim.
No. And they, I'm telling you what, Darren, they are hotter than that $2 pistol.
Oh,
right
man,
now.
I tell you.
Just nailing every shot from the outside. They are 9 of 12 outside the arc right now.
That is 75% from behind the arc.
They're shooting 70% almost total for the game right now.
You know, they've only turned the ball over 3 times. 3 times.
Yeah.
14 turnovers for Franklin County coming in. I really thought, and we didn't discuss this in the pregame, but I really thought, I know Tony likes to play up and down, but when you're undersized against a team like this, and they probably are a little ticked off because they lost that district final, especially on their own home floor.
Yeah.
I thought he may try to control some tempo a little bit.
But Lafayette came out and put the pressure, they scored and put the pressure on them real quick to get them in that up and down game and get that flow going that they like to play. When they're playing like that, they're really dangerous.
And Franklin County fell right into the trap.
Yes.
And they've actually not done a bad job against the press. Most of their turnovers have come in the half court.
Well, they get you in that. They get you in that speed up mode, and they get you down there in half court. And you think, well, I can get this pass through, and then boom, somebody comes, knocks it loose, and it's gone.
Well, they have so much length, and it's just hard. There's no passing lanes whatsoever available, especially in that zone.
They look around. They do a good job matching. Everybody knows where they're supposed to be.
A lob high post to Bailey. He goes baseline to Dotson, who finds Lee.
That's a nice
with
job right
12-footer.
there, attacking that zone by Franklin County.
First basket for Walker Lee. It's 45-17 Lafayette. 2:45 to play in the first half. Here's Wharton for three, and
just keeps going, doesn't it?
Whatever you did in practice, if you're Coach Mike Mendenhall III, you
Write
bottle
the
it.
book. Write the book.
Write the book, bottle it up, all those
Right.
good adages. Into front court comes Dotson. Bounces baseline Lee. Nice look
pass.
down low to Kennedy, put it up and in. Now Lee probably going to knock that shot down. He hit one from a similar spot a moment ago, but he gave it up to his teammate. And Wharton comes hard down on his back. I don't know if that was Bailey or Stewart that went up to challenge his shot. And he came straight down on his back.
Back and head, it looked like.
I
A hard fall.
I hope that wasn't his head it hit. I hope it, for goodness sakes, it was maybe an elbow.
And he hit hard and then came down that little head bounce there. On
Nothing dirty about it, just somebody challenging a shot, and Wharton was going full speed, and feet flew out from underneath of him. While they check on Wharton, we'll step out for 30 seconds, be back to Richmond. You're watching the boys 11th Region Basketball Tournament on PrepSpin.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
Well, Chris Wharton up and walking off the floor under his own power. And that's good news for Lafayette fans. But looked really, really nasty to fall. He came straight down his back, and you thought he may have hit his head, and I was hoping it was just his elbow, but
looked like where he was holding his jaw there a little bit at the side of his
may have a
face
cut
there.
inside of his mouth, maybe. You got Wharton, who's a pretty good free throw shooter in his own right, and you bring in Eric Powell as his substitute, and Powell's having one of those nights tonight where he's hitting everything he's put up. He has 10. Unfortunately for Wharton, it goes in on the Powell's scoring column, even though he didn't earn the trip to the line. He hits 1 of 2. Bailey with a rebound. 49-19. Lafayette up. And it was like you pushed the wake-up button for Harrison Lane. He hit 3 in a row. And they have a big lead, and they have just shot lights out.
Here, what they're really doing is once they get you in that speed-up mode, they get back here, they kind of bait into some passes that you probably wouldn't normally make, and then they're trying to shoot the gap and get that steal, getting a hand on the ball.
They lob it in deep to Kennedy between the circles. Now to Lee. Hands behind him to Stewart. Stewart directing traffic. Dotson, Lee. Again, they're playing catch around the perimeter of this zone. Having a lot of trouble getting it in. Now they get it short corner to Bailey, who got it down to Kennedy. They're going to charge on DeMarcus Kennedy.
did a nice job. He just needed to catch it right there where he did, turn and face it, and shoot that little bank shot wide open.
Well, I saw him play on the football field for 4 years, and he had one direction, straight ahead.
Yeah.
It didn't matter who was there.
Yeah.
He was going to run over him. Saw him a couple of times run over his own lineman. Here's a three for Green up left wing. No good. Rebounded by Dotson. Stewart lobs ahead to Lee. Back to Kennedy. Swings around to Stewart. Three, right wing. High archer,
nice.
Good. Franklin County's had at times some really nice ball movement in the half court. Jenkins, right corner to Lane. Steps inside. Back to Jenkins. And they'll back it out with a minute to go in the first half.
I think Franklin County come out and guard them a little bit and then try to see what happens if they play one shot.
All Lafayette here in the opening 16 minutes. Drew in the right corner to Lane. Lobs it back out to Drew. 44 seconds, clock running. And now Lee coming out, which will be a mismatch foot speed wise. I'm not mistaken, a 5-second call. Unlike college basketball where they did away with it, I understand they want more offense at the college game level, but
yes.
I think it takes away from anybody playing really good defense.
Yeah. Don't mind it, but you can still get the held ball after the dribble. But
Dotson left wing splits three defenders, had it knocked out of bounds, and it went off of Dotson. Yep, good call.
Yep.
Guy underneath didn't have a good angle at it and looked for help from one of his partners. And 15 seconds to go in the first half. 49-22 Lafayette. Drew drives on Dotson, hangs, put it up and in. And a steal by Lane. He'll get one. And played a little possum there, and he snuck out behind him.
Just turned around and went right back into the passing lane.
A spurt there for Lafayette puts them up 31 at the break. 53-22 Lafayette over Franklin County. Coach Atkins and I will be back with the numbers. Talk a little bit about how Franklin County can just regroup a little bit to try to make this thing respectable. See if Lafayette, what they need to do, if there's anything that you saw they need to work on. Back with more here in Richmond. You're watching 11th Region Tournament Basketball on PrepSpin.com.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
Back to McBrayer Arena on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University, and we talked over the girls' tournament the last couple of nights, how this tournament came to be in Richmond. It was supposed to be in Frankfort, and due to scheduling conflicts with the Mid-South Conference of the NAIA, of course, fans accustomed to Georgetown College, and that's part of that group, Pikeville and all those guys, are playing this week down in Frankfort. So I applaud the folks of Frankfort being ambitious, but a little overscheduling.
Yeah, well, and just you got to look at corresponding dates when you schedule something, and maybe if you just don't get that number week right, then you're going to have something on top of something. Yeah. That's just an accident that happened with the Farm and Dungeon Center down there in Frankfort. And we're very lucky that Eastern Kentucky stepped forward and let us come over here. They always do an excellent job and very hospitable. And just, I tell you what, I've been in here since they did all the repainting and the decorating and the stuff banners. Here. Yeah, really nice.
Added some bleachers in the end zone to our right as we sit across from the benches, and just one of those situations where you have two venues that are nice enough to play at, and the only thing with me, this is a little bit further from where I call home. Been a closer drive to Frankfort, but hey, Coach, we were talking in the opening 16 minutes of this one how Lafayette likes to speed you up, get you out of your game, and then take advantage of it. I like, a lot of people will get stat sheets and look immediately at the points and rebounds and turnovers and stuff. I'll look at the turnovers, then I'll look down to see what the team that forced the most turnovers, what they got off of that. Lafayette forced 17 Franklin County turnovers in the first 16 minutes. They got 27 points off of those 17 turnovers.
Half of it.
Half of it, yeah. And that's that. And then on top of that, if you're Franklin County, you run into a team that's shooting lights out, not only from the field but from behind the arc. 10 of 14. So 30 of the 53 points came from behind the arc in the first half for the Generals.
Aaron, what they have to do, Franklin County just has to try to regroup and say, look, we got to go in here in the second half and just play under control. If it means making an extra pass, if it means taking a little bit more time off the clock, don't get in that rush. But Lafayette's got them in that boom, 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 boom. And then when they come down there, they've got the ball in the high post a couple of times and gone down low and scored. But they keep playing in that speed-up mode. And, you got to attack the basket and try to score, but at the same time, you got to be smart. Choose when you do that to keep the game under control and the tempo of the game.
3 players in double figures already for Coach Mike Mendenhall III's Generals, led by Harrison Lane with 11, Eric Powell and Evan Devereaux with 10 points apiece. 9 points for Chris Wharton, 6 for Ross Jenkins, 5 for Jalen Jenkins, and 2 points for William Watkins. For Franklin County, they are led in scoring by their senior football player / basketball player, DeMarcus Kennedy with 9, 8 for Diablo Stewart, 3 points for Anthony Valentine, and 2 for Lee Walker. Again, Franklin County turned it over 17 times in the first half. They did make 7 of 17. They're shooting 41% overall in the first half. They were much better in the second quarter, 6 of 10 from the floor. Just didn't get enough shots up. They were 6 of 7 from the foul line for 85%. And folks, I hope you're sitting down, because these numbers, when I saw them, I was glad I was sitting down for Lafayette. 21 of 30 in the first half from the floor. 10 of 14 from behind the arc. They're shooting a cool 70% overall from the floor, 71.4% from behind the arc. The only thing they did wrong, 1 of 2 from foul line, 50%. Yeah. I'm sure Coach Mendenhall will point that out.
Well, Lee, I can live with that.
Yeah,
they're shooting that way any other. And you say, well, you're not getting to the line, you're not getting fouled. Well, they're not attacking.
Right.
They're not going inside. They're wide open on the outside, and they're knocking down their threes right now. And it's really working out well for them. The game, was out of control in the first 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And really, the tempo that Lafayette had them playing, and the turnovers and everything like that in the first 4 minutes of the first quarter, that set the tempo for the entire game.
Game was tied for 42 seconds, and I'm trying to think back when that was tied.
I think 2-2, wasn't it?
Possibly.
Or 3-3.
3-3.
Yeah,
that may have been totally it. Yeah. But you hate to use the word domination, but there's no other phrase to put. No other word that goes with it. Just pure domination by Lafayette in the first half.
They just had their way to do whatever they wanted to do, basically. And it's like, as a coach, you're frustrated because you want your team to perform more from Coach Wise's standpoint. And at the same time, you've got to, okay, guys, look, we got to start all over. Second half. Let's just control the second half and see what we can do. Let's chip this thing away. Let's see if we can get it down to 15 points by the end of the third quarter and see what happens.
I had a coach one time tell me we were getting beat like this, and he said, hey, let's just get it. Let's win this first 4 minutes of the next quarter. Then we'll take the next 4, then the next 4. Because there's no 31-point shot out there.
No, you can't get it all at one time. You
Right.
just got to try to chip away at it. Let's see if we can get it down to 10. Let's see if we can get it down to 15. Now we got it down to 15. It's workable. Now let's work and see what we can do in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, because if you can chip that lead down to 15, now there's some pressure on Lafayette to try to hold on to that lead. And they may, who knows, Lafayette may come out the second half and shoot like Franklin County did the first half.
And you can't continue to turn it over. 17 turnovers. You gave the other team 17 more chances to score.
Right.
And you can't do that. You just can't.
Well, Lafayette in firm control. This and the other one, no surprise here. Lafayette plays a lot more players. They lead in bench scoring 12-2, fast break points 8-0. Just every stat that could be, with the exception of turnovers, Lafayette leads in.
And it's just, like you said, they have just dominated the game from start to finish, other than the first 2 shots, and that was it. And after that, it was just all Lafayette.
And if you coach Mendenhall, you got to be real happy, not only with the way your team played, but the style you play, and you only turn it over 4 times in the first half.
Oh, you can live with that every game.
Oh,
you can live with that every game. I mean, that was the one thing as a coach always bothered me so much was a turnover. And I used to tell kids, hey, that's your lunch and you're giving it away. Don't give your lunch away, because if you do, some guy's going to take it, he's going to score. Turnovers lead to easy baskets 9 times out of 10. That's what's happened tonight with Franklin County and Lafayette.
Now, the one thing that I also heard through all the games I've called over the years, if you turn the ball over and it leads directly to the basket, those are the ones that really kill you. If you turn it over where it's just a dead ball turnover, now you have a chance to set your defense and not get back, trying to get back in scramble mode to try to find your player you're guarding. So, but come into this game, and rightfully so, Harrison Lane gets all the accolades of being the best three-point shooter on Lafayette's team. However, Eric Powell shows, hey, I can shoot it too. I mean, he hit his first 3, took a little break, and then shot one over the rim from 3. But if you're Coach Tony Wise, what do you have to do defensively, though? I mean, you're probably going to come out and play man the second half.
You got to try to get the game back under your tempo, your style, what you want. If that's defensively, trying to put pressure on them at half court, making sure that you keep control of the ball offensively. You don't get in a rush. You don't get in that bang, 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 bang mode, and try to take care of the basketball. That's all you can do.
Well, Lafayette in control of this one as Franklin County now comes back out on the floor. And you can tell on those young men's faces that they are in shell shock. I mean, I think they came over here with some high hopes, and Lafayette dispelled that from the get-go.
The body language is not the best of what you want to see coming back out.
As a coach, you definitely don't want to see that. We both know Tourney as well as the next guy, and it's just he's one of those guys. He doesn't want to see this when he walks back out on the floor with his team.
Yeah.
Right now, he's got. I know the one word that was bandied around probably in that locker room at halftime: pride.
Oh yeah. Hey, you still got to fight. You still got to, hey, I'm not quitting. If I quit, that's something. That tells you something about what you have as a character of the team, and that's what you never want.
Lafayette back out on the floor. They've again placed 3 players in double figures, led by the senior Harrison Lane with 11. It was kind of funny, Coach. You said he hadn't scored, and he finishes the half as the leading scorer.
And he didn't score until the second quarter. He hit the 3 threes right in a row and then gets the steal and the lay-in right there as the buzzer goes off.
I'll bet $100 to Donuts that his grandfather, Donnie Lane, taught him that play right there to lay in the weeds and sit back and just steal you one right at the end of the half. But that's a play that in another game that could steal momentum for a team going in at halftime.
Exactly. Those are the kinds of things the smart kids do. Kids that have basketball sense. Hey, I can lay right here, act like I'm turning around and going, and just jump right back in the passing lane. And
you could tell as soon, I think it was Diablo Sturdy who threw the ball in. As soon as he threw it, he saw Harrison step in. He said, I should have been aware of that one. But he'll learn. He's only a freshman. We forget about Diablo. He's been so good all year for the Flyers. 2 minutes before the third quarter gets underway, we'll step out, we'll take it, and come back. This is the 11th Region Basketball Tournament on PrepSpin.com.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
I am Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to Greer and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to Greer and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to Greer and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Welcome back to Eastern Kentucky University on a cold night.
Yes.
My goodness. How did it drop from 24 hours ago to this?
I don't know. You wonder why everybody's got colds and flus going on right now. So
a lot of school systems down south of here missing not only because of weather but because of illness. Lafayette has the basketball to start the second half with a 31-point lead. Harrison Lane, backdoor cut,
nice
left hand put it up and in. I didn't see his dad use his left hand too much back in his days. And if Brian's watching, that's a dig, Coach. I got you.
Right.
Here's DeMarcus Kennedy. And here's Ross Jenkins out on the floor guarding the football player from Franklin County, and a whistle, and we got a held ball.
And
goes to Franklin County on the alternating possession. 27 seconds in, 55-22. Lafayette comes out of the locker room still with that same intensity, Coach, they had in the first half.
Yep. And you can't, you think, well, I'm up 30-some points, I can't come out and be as tough and as hard as I am. Well, you're better in the first 4 minutes to set the tone, and the other team can come back.
Coach, we got a Kennedy driving left lane. Kennedy did a nice job of hanging and avoiding contact. 55-24. Lafayette. Got a text or a tweet a while ago. Gary Durbin with the Legends. Yep.
Watching
at home, and I hope he approves.
Son played football at Lafayette. Good quarterback.
Here's a shot missed, and Jenkins put it up with the right hand, no good, and Greenup will lose it off his leg out of bounds. It goes back to Franklin County. Now, Franklin County won the rebounding battle in the first half, 14-7. However, there wasn't very many rebounds for Lafayette to get.
No.
Here's Staples with the basketball. Weaves his way across the timeline, gives it to Kennedy. Bounces down low. Valentine laid it in.
Nice job breaking the press and getting a nice, easy basket.
First time they really had a chance to do that and complete it. Powell looks inside, can't get it to Jenkins. Greenup In for Wharton, who so Lafayette throws it out. Actually, we're going to get a tip ball, I think, yeah.
Should be Lafayette's ball.
I think they're going to give it to Franklin County.
Or
So
no.
hitting maybe on the back tip, maybe hit on the way out.
On the way out, reached for it, grabbed it.
Coach, you went over at halftime, got an update on Chris Wharton.
Lost a tooth on the fall.
Doesn't surprise me.
And a little, I think, sprained wrist. I think they may look to take him just to get an x-ray just to make sure.
They go down low to Bailey, and he'll take it to the rim, and foul coming up on Lafayette. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He lost a tooth.
Yeah. That's, I think, sometimes when you hit like that, especially around the eye area and stuff, the skin is so thin you'll get a cut, but it knocked the tooth out for him.
I thought maybe they were pulling out some smelling salts to maybe get him back to cohesiveness as far as his faculties there. Bailey goes 1 of 2 from the foul line, 55-27. If you're Coach Tony Wise in the first minute 45 of this third quarter, you got to be happy with your team's effort coming out of the locker room.
They're still fighting.
Lane goes down low to Jenkins, put it up over Valentine, too strong. Whistle coming up on Valentine.
Ross getting a little upset with himself because he's missing those easy baskets down inside. He knows that in those big games you got to knock those down when you get that opportunity.
Well, he didn't play very well in the game last year, I don't believe, here.
No.
So he's, knows this is his last go-round. He wants to perform better. He hits the first free throw. This is what he does very well for a big guy. Shoots foul shots very well.
He's got excellent touch, form, everything.
Hits the second. 57-27. Lafayette in control. Staples with it. Down low, Valentine. Tough pass. That was a tough pass from Staples. Ahead to Jenkins. Behind the back. Gives to Powell. Lane. 3 straight away. No. Left it short. Powell with a rebound, though. Working on Kennedy. Can't get Kennedy to move. Did everything to try to get him to move, but Kennedy held his ground.
He did. Did a nice job getting that rebound and standing right there.
Lane gets a screen from Jenkins. They try to double team it here. Powell to Greenup. Greenup getting the start.
Getting a little sloppy right now.
Franklin County's man-to-man, but they're double teaming when the ball gets to the wing. Jenkins. Right corner, Powell. Back to Jenkins.
Being patient.
Powell. Jenkins. Greenup. Left corner, 3.
Nope.
Back rim, no. Stewart with a rebound. Staples, 3 left wing, partially blocked by Powell. Lane to Greenup, drives into the lane. High floater, rims in and out. And the ball goes off of Bailey. Back to Lafayette.
Sub in for Franklin County.
Going to get the new
5.
freshman. Yep, Kyle Stivers back in for Franklin County as Staples exits. And now they look like they're going to 2-3 the out of bounds play. Greenup in the lane, travels. Yep. Did the little
Europe step. I don't let you do that in high school right now.
Get by that in college, but not the high school ranks. Although I saw a guy the other night take 4 steps in every college. Here's a bad pass from Bailey to Stivers.
Should be taken out down underneath the basket.
And never touched him, I don't think.
I don't think anybody touched it. Maybe they did.
Yeah. Well, Bailey's showing that he's young, too. A sophomore, number 24. Stivers a freshman, so 2 guys that probably haven't seen too many big games in their career. Here's Lane for 3, left it short. Greenup on the backside, missed the putback. Jenkins with the rebound, jump hook, no. Rebounded by Kennedy. And a foul coming up on Greenup. Well, Lafayette had 3 point-blank shots at it, Coach, and missed them all.
Yep. Greenup and Jenkins. Ball down inside and just did not finish.
4:11 to play in the third, and they're not as sharp coming out of the locker room.
I'm sure Coach Mendenhall was kind of maybe worried about how they would come out and play like that.
Stewart and Kennedy. Give it over to Stewart. Penetrates into the lane, has it back tipped into the hands of Powell. Powell, 1-on-3. Kennedy, Bailey goes up and smacks it away. Franklin the other way. Stivers into the lane, right hand layup, good. 57-29, and Franklin County continues to scrap. Skip pass, Watkins, left wing, or left baseline, missed the shot. Jenkins
over the back.
Over the Valentine, yep. Not a very good block out by Valentine, but he got rewarded anyway.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, Lafayette's not playing very sharp right now. They're looking sloppy on their shots. They're not finishing when they get their shots.
Well, I tell you, I had a coach tell me one time, he said, I heard the best answer. I heard a kid looked at him and said, Coach, I was in front of him. He said, but you didn't block him out, son. Stick your rear end in him. Here comes Stewart for three. Off the back rim, no good. Kept alive by Bailey into the hands of Valentine. He just backs Jenkins down where he wanted him. Missed the layup, though.
Ross did a nice job staying with it and getting the board.
Got his hand up, which made the shot a little bit more difficult. Jenkins in the corner to Greena. Access Watkins. Drew in now. Replacing Powell. Down the lane goes Jenkins, hangs, and a foul coming up. I think they're going to get Bailey. And Jenkins was over there also with Wharton just immediately as the halftime horn sounded to get something taped over there, maybe a jam finger.
I looked that way, yeah.
Don't see any tape on his hand, though. Yeah, I do here on the left hand. So Jenkins will shoot and hit the first. Foul was on Valentine. That's his second. And the second of the second half on the Flyers. Game number 2, you might want to join Gary Ball and Coach Lee DeForest. Might be an entertaining ball game. These two have hooked it up in some dandies over the years, and I've actually had the privilege of calling probably a handful of those. Scott County and Madison Central. Need say more.
Two very good programs.
Two really good coaches, too.
Yes, sir.
Here's a drive by Stivers. He's fouled by Watkins. The third on Watkins and the third on Lafayette here in the second half. Tell you what, you won't find two more intense coaches than Alabama. But two of the nicest guys as soon as that ball, that triple zeros goes up after the game. Here's Kennedy. We have several of those in the 11th region, though, now. Yeah. Dotson, who's back in for the second half, played pretty well when he got in there, did Isaac Dotson. Kennedy, 59-29, 2:15 to play in the third. We go high post Bailey. Dotson probably passed up a shot there. Down low Stivers, put it up over Jenkins. No good. Watkins with a rebound for the Generals. Brings it out on the dribble, drives all the way down, missed the layup. Bailey with a rebound.
Took it coast to coast, just didn't finish.
Maybe short-armed it a little bit. Stivers drives baseline, dribbled it off his foot, out of bounds.
And the turnover. I think that should be 18 right now. Maybe
looks like 20.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, 21.
Just kept climbing, didn't it?
My luck, I'll say one thing to be something else, so I waited till they changed it. 59-29, Lafayette looking to move to Saturday evening semifinals. Well, it'll be Saturday afternoon, yeah. I believe that game will be at 1 o'clock.
1:30 and 3:30?
Something like 1 or 3, something like that.
Girls' finals will be that night at 7:30. I think that's right.
Jenkins gives it off to Drew. Drives baseline. Carpenter, 3 out of the left corner, no. Rebound tipped around. Stivers will get it for Franklin County and has it back tipped by Watkins. Jenkins to Carpenter to Drew. Boy, Lafayette shares the basketball really well, too. This is Jenkins. We go under a minute to play in the third. Lane drives baseline, kicks it to Carpenter, and a foul on Diablo Stewart. Tell you what, as soon as Lane was high enough in the air, as soon as he heard the whistle, probably should have thrown it up towards the rim. Nice two-man game there in a charge. Yep.
Nice defensive play there by Kennedy. Not Kennedy.
That's Bailey.
Bailey, yeah.
Nice job. Held his ground, and Watkins
ducked that shoulder and ran right into him.
Looked like a fullback going through the line.
Yep.
Just lowered it. And Stewart, who has at times looked like a freshman, turning the ball over here tonight, but Very talented young man. Bailey, back to Stewart. 35 seconds to go in the third. High post Bailey, puts it on the floor, kicks back. Stivers, three, no good. Rebounded by Drew, bodies everywhere again. Ahead it goes to Carpenter. Nice catch with the left-hand finish and one. And the young freshman, Stivers, in a close game, you make the cardinal sin of letting somebody get behind you.
And then fouling them and letting them make the basket.
Yep, you don't want to be dirty, but come down hard enough where they cannot get the ball above their waist.
Oh, let go out. You don't get the shot off either.
Best I ever saw doing that for Franklin County was a guy by the name of Kevin Fry.
Yeah.
He said, I got 5, I'm going to use them. Played against Kevin. Free throw good by Carpenter. Tell you what, Carpenter.
That rotation of his shot didn't look real good. But
no, I was thinking Tony Delk.
Yep.
Had that sideways kind of rotation. In the corner to Kennedy, puts it on the floor, drives past Greer, went left hand and came off of there.
8 seconds. See what kind of shot they get.
Here comes Drew. Got going so fast. Yeah, he loses out of bounds. He got going so fast the three-point line tripped him up.
Yes. He's got feet ahead of the ball.
He knew where he was going. Unfortunately, his feet couldn't catch up with where his mind was thinking. 2 seconds to go in the third. 62-29. Lafayette, they'll throw all the way down the floor. It'll be tipped. And the horn will sound, and we're through 3/4 of action. Not a pretty third quarter for Lafayette, but they are in firm control of this one. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. You're watching the 11th Region Tournament Basketball on PrepSpin.com.
Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm happy with my smile. And I'm other Lee, and I ain't happy with my smile. I went to White, Greer, and Maggard, and they fixed my smile for me. And I never smile, and that's why I'm having some alone time here at dinner. I love that I can go to White, Greer, and Maggard with all my questions. And I love that I don't have to brush my teeth at night. Don't be like this, me. Go to White, Greer, and Maggard for a picture-perfect smile.
Fourth quarter underway, and Lafayette has the basketball with a 33-point lead over Franklin County. A game Franklin County team just pretty much outmanned by Lafayette. Drew, three, left wing, in and out. Rebounded by Kennedy. Nice catch by Stewart. Back out to Kennedy. Drives down the lane, put it up, whistle a foul coming up, and take your pick. There was about 4 Lafayette generals standing in the vicinity. And they got Powell. That's 3 on Powell. But you could have taken your pick. They all 4 got a piece of him.
Yes. And, you know, how they come back out the second half and played Lafayette. It'll give Coach Mendenhall some things to talk about practice tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Probably talk to them in the locker room before they leave tonight.
Yes.
Just to give them something to think about while they sleep tonight. Yeah. But as good as they played in the first half, if they'd have kept this thing up, they wouldn't have had anything left probably for Saturday.
Yep.
62-29, 7:35 to play in this one. Next game, Gary Ball, Lee DeForest will bring you Madison Central and Scott County.
Nice shot by Kennedy.
Kennedy's first free throw is good. And he's got, how many has he got tonight, Coach? He missed the second. We jinxed
12.
him. At 12. He leads Franklin County, the only player for the Flyers in double figures. Go ahead to Powell. Nice look, and he missed the layup.
Point blank.
Ahead to Stewart. Smart play by Stewart. He ran into the 6'7". Ross Jenkins said, I challenge a lot of people, but not him. Kennedy in the left corner, drives baseline, and a whistle and a foul on Powell. That's number 4.
With his hands all over him.
Yep. I kind of like that rule, Coach. It forces players now to move your feet.
Yes.
Instead of reaching so much.
Opportunity for the big man there to step over in front and take the charge.
Mm-hmm.
He will do that. I mean, he will charge you. He will run over you.
They called it on Eric Powell instead of Ross Jenkins.
Yeah.
Powell from behind with the reach.
His 4th foul.
Yeah. Now, the one that drives me crazy, though, with officiating, Coach, is when you let teams kill each other in the lane. They call it a touch foul 90 feet from the basket. That drives me insane.
Yeah.
Valentine with the rebound. With the replacing, actually, Dotson, and Kennedy hits both. Right now it's Drew, Powell, Carpenter, Greenup, and Jenkins on the floor for Lafayette. Nice pass from Drew to Powell, and Diablo Stewart going to be called for the foul. Nice no-look bounce pass with the perfect speed and the perfect pace.
And Powell he looked over his shoulder to see if somebody was coming there, Darren. He just thought, I might get hit. I don't know if I'm going to go real hard at this right now.
Yeah. Well, it was like he double clutched in midair. If he goes plays through contact, you got a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that with a lot of young players at the high school level, they try to avoid contact.
You have to play through the contact. You have to know that it's coming and take the ball strong to the hole. So you get the foul maybe.
Mm-hmm. They bounce to Kennedy.
Oh, I thought we were going to catch that one.
It was headed right over here. They go down low. Bailey missed a layup. Wow, a bunch of layups missed by both teams in this game. Carpenter, high post. Jenkins missed another one. Got it back, put it up. Foul coming up on Bailey, and count it.
Ross did a nice job staying with it there.
Tell you,
missed the first point blank one, and we got his rebound and put it up.
Some old style coaches would get out the blocking dummy.
Yes.
In practice tomorrow. And I'm talking old style. I'm talking Gary Moore, Gene Kirk, Julian Cunningham, and oh, by the way, Nolan Barger.
Yeah. Saw Coach Barger tonight. He's here.
He's here. Yeah. I'm going to come up and say hi to him. Matter of fact, he and I have a connection. And
out by Ross.
His sister was the volleyball coach at Georgetown.
Yeah, for a
good
long
friends
time.
with my mother.
Yeah, Donna Hawkins.
Yeah.
Coach
Hall of Famer.
Time, yes.
Yeah, Hall of Famer. Throw it away again, this Franklin County. 23 turnovers tonight. Yeah. They've slowed it down a little bit here in the fourth quarter. But the intensity is not as much from Lafayette here in the quarter. Yeah. Watkins will take out Ross Jenkins. Running clock now, 35-point lead. It'll continue to run except on free throws, I believe. Correct, Coach?
Free throws and timeouts.
67-32. Here's
timeout.
Stewart steals, gets it up to Kennedy, who will lay it in. And Diablo Stewart went back first into the press table down to our left. 67-34. Drew in the corner to Powell.
Watch out.
Yep, Bailey read that one, picks it off. Drives down. Missed the layup, but
Bailey.
comes off there for Kennedy.
Nope.
And rebounded by Watkins. Gets it off to Carpenter. Has it knocked away by Dotson, who's back in there. And here comes Carpenter. Full head of steam down to Greenup. And Staples called for the fouls. He just caught the foot as he went by Greenup.
A lot of energy, a lot of up and down still, and a lot of frustration being played right now, Darren. You just hope somebody doesn't really get hurt bad in situations on fouls.
I just hope we don't see what we've seen in the college game in a few situations. Players tripping other players intentionally.
Yes, intentionally.
And I saw one player, they tumble to the floor, and the guy's getting up and takes the guy's head and just drives it into the floor.
Yeah.
Only received a technical for that.
Yes.
Like, man alive.
That should be unsportsmanlike.
I agree. I mean, could have really hurt the kid really bad, yeah. Especially with all the emphasis on concussions.
Yes.
Kennedy is Greenup hit 1 of 2. Bailey. Now, Bailey for Franklin County is only a sophomore. He'll learn when he has an angle to use the glass instead of going over the rim. And Dotson
another turnover.
Another unforced one. Wonder how many of the 24 are unforced.
At least
Maybe half, yeah.
Yes.
And Franklin's showing their youth today.
That's why I was trying to get them to come down, press a little bit, try to put some pressure, turn it over.
Yep, Bailey got a hand on it, knocked it away, and then Kennedy put it on the floor, and Watkins back to Greenup drives down, and Dotson came down hard across the arm to keep him from getting it above his waist. And Watkins will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. 68-34. It'll be Gary Ball and Lee DeForest. Now, Gary also told me, he said, I may be a little late. Shooting his show.
Depends on how many state troopers are out on the road.
Yeah, Greenup
slowing down a little bit.
Greenup missed the first. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by White, Greer, and Maggard, Raising Cane's Chicken, Whitaker Bank, UK Sports Medicine. Greenup misses both.
He needs to step the line. Those foul shots are big in postseason play. You have to knock those down.
Yeah, especially the deeper you get into postseason.
Yes. Nice
Dotson,
pass.
yep, 8-footer, good.
Nice pass.
How many games have we seen in the state tournament decided because the team couldn't hit free throws? And they lose by 2 or 3 points. Nice pass from Greenup down to Watkins, who laid it in, and a foul coming up on Bailey. People ask, how come scoring was so much up back in the 80s when the Allen Houstons and guys like that? I said, well, they went to the foul line, they stuck them.
Yep.
There wasn't these 60 and 50% foul shooters.
The 15-foot jump shot is a lost art, and it should not be. I mean, you give me a guard that can penetrate right in the middle of that zone right there, right man-to-man, get a pick and roll, and get right there in that foul line area and can knock down that little jumper. You've got a great guard.
Kennedy for 3, no good. Rebounded by Watkins.
Coming out.
4 on none.
Lafayette.
And Powell will lay it in. His first field goal of the second half. 73-36. This one was decided early. About 42 seconds in, it was decided. Lafayette jumped on Franklin County and never let up. Kennedy with the dribble. 2-3 zone this time from Lafayette. Down low to Dotson. Somehow Stewart found him, blocked by Powell. Here comes Drew ahead of Bailey. Bailey hustles back, gets a piece of it, but also got a piece of Drew.
Yep. Drew going to the line to shoot 2. We got some subs ready to come in for Lafayette. 5 new players.
A whole bunch of them. You catch the numbers, Coach, and I'll give the names. So we don't make family members at home mad.
Correct.
Young man on Franklin County's roster is going to be tough for me to say. Here's Drew, hits the first.
All right, we got 22.
22
12.
is Lathan Saunders.
12.
12 is Tyler Guilfoyle.
33.
That's Logan Carpenter.
And 15.
And 15 is Cameron King.
And waited to check in over at the scores table for the shooter. We got one more.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Logan Carpenter is a fine baseball player for the Generals. And Gary Durbin's still listening. He can.
Number 35 checking in.
Tweet us and let us know. Devontae Hayes, a sophomore, 35 in red, and reminded gently by the official, hey, tuck your shirt tail in.
That's right.
Well, this officiating crew would have had a field day with Richie Farmer's Clay County group, wouldn't it?
That's back before that law was, that rule was, nice shot by Stewart.
Stewart,
nice
3, and he finally gets one to go. He got one to go early in the ball game and hasn't really gotten a really good look. 75-39, 2:45 to play. This is King driving, missed the shot, rebounded by Dotson for Franklin County. Stewart lets a 3 go, right wing. A couple steps to the right of that where he hit one a moment ago and drills this one as well. 75-42. He had a great district final. Stewart, he was the reason Franklin County won that ball game.
Turnover by Lafayette.
Here comes Stewart ahead to Stivers, and Stivers has it goes off his hands.
Turnover.
Came right over his head. The toughest ball for anybody to catch is went right directly over your head.
27 turnovers tonight for Franklin County.
Coach,
Aaron, and you could say that is the tail of the game right there.
They got Franklin County into the up and down racehorse kind of game. Quentin Rowe, number 4 for Franklin County, a senior, is in for the Flyers. 32 is Cayman Hubbard.
And 23.
And 23, he's a young man, got in it. Prene Muparu.
Yep, he lost it out of bounds.
I hope I got his name right.
Yep.
Mupparaju. Maparu, I think.
He's not from southeastern Kentucky.
No, if he is, he's way up in some holler. Driving down the lane, missed it is Saunders, and rebounded by Franklin County off to Valentine. Missed the dunk. And you better sprint back, because I know Coach Wise, I don't care if the game's out of reach, you better sprint back if you miss a dunk. This is Guilfoyle for three. It dances all over the rim, in and out. Rebounded by Hubbard for Franklin County. Gives it off to Rowe. Rowe drives, has his pocket picked by Guilfoyle. Guilfoyle the other way. Missed it, but foul coming up on Maparu. I'm going to listen to Ray White say it. How about that?
That's it.
I'll figure his name out. He's only a sophomore, so he may be around for a couple more years. Maparu, I think is how you pronounce it too. So I got lucky on that one. Nice guess. But he'll shoot 2 shots. Coach, I think I have a family connection on the floor right now. I think Mr. Guilfoyle is my cousin.
Really?
I believe so. A lot better if it's the son of who I think it is. He's a whole lot better looking than his dad. I can say that because I can admit I'm ugly.
Because that's family.
Yeah, my dad always said I had a face for radio. Shot is no good by Maparu on the right side. Rebounded up by Lafayette's Devontae Hayes. Ahead to Guilfoyle. Bounces baseline. Shot short. Rebound tapped around. Fought for and came out. It was Hubbard for Franklin County. Jackson Phillips is the guy who missed the shot at number 24. They missed another point-blank miss. Both Lafayette and Franklin County have missed many shots from point-blank. But Lafayette did enough damage from behind the arc early to
just dribble it out.
76-42 will be your final. Lafayette moves to Saturday afternoon's 1:30 game, wherever one of those 2 times, to await the winner of the next one. Coach Don Atkins and I will be back. We'll get you the final numbers and get you set for what should be a barn burner.
Yes.
Madison Central and Scott County next, but we'll give you the final numbers. You're watching 11th Region Tournament Basketball on PrepSpin.com.
At Central Bank, we like to call ourselves your friendly neighborhood financial experts because we get to help an entire community of customers achieve their financial dreams. So whether you're opening a checking account or buying your first home, you've got a team of local experts to coach you all the way.
Wow.
See what 70 years of experience can do for your financial future with Central Bank.
How many times are you going to drive off with those things?
Official bank of UK Athletics.
At Raising Cane's, we believe in one love. But creating one love is no simple task. Everything has to be served hot and fresh, not just hot. We use only 100% premium chicken tenderloins for a 0% chance of leftovers. We insist on the best ingredients for our fries, like potatoes. And, well, we can keep talking quality, or you can just eat it. Raising Cane's, one love.
Visit us today at one of our 6 Lexington area locations.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Choosing a college is about setting a course, a path that leads to your destination. At EKU, the adventure is what lies in between. Eastern Kentucky University. Great journeys begin here.
White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Welcome back to Eastern Kentucky University, Paul S. McBrayer Arena. Alumni Coliseum is the name of the arena. And Coach Don Atkins and Darren Douglas here. Lafayette cooled off in the second half. They wind up shooting 26 of 54 for the game, 48.1%, 10 of 21. They didn't make a three in the second half, Coach, but they didn't need to. They did all the damage in the first 16 minutes.
Well, Darren, it was done in the first 4 minutes of the first quarter. I mean, they just got Franklin County up in that game, and they never could get back together.
Franklin County finishes shooting the ball 37.8% on 14 of 37. Only 4 of 13 from behind the arc for 31%. 10 of 13, though, from the foul line for 76.9%. Lafayette had 24 points in the paint in the first half. They only get 4 in the second half. They win that battle 28-18. Points off turnovers 30-7. Second chance points dead even at 3. They only get 4 points in the second half on fast break. Win that 12-4. Their bench scores Franklin County's bench 24-6. 4 players in double figures. We'll give them to you real quick. Harrison Lane leads Lafayette with 13 points, 12 points each for Drew and Jenkins. Jalen Jenkins, that is. 11 points for Ross Jenkins. That's all the Lafayette players in double figures. 2 players in double figures for Franklin County. DeMarcus Kennedy with 16. Diablo Stewart with 14. But again, 28 turnovers does Franklin County in because Lafayette not only made them turn the ball over, but capitalized.
Well, and they did, Darren, and just did an excellent job coming out and starting the half and just really got after them, in that first quarter, and they just set the tone, and then Franklin County never did come back after that.
Again, 76-42, Franklin County falls to Lafayette. Lafayette improves to 20-10. They await the winner of our next game. Franklin County finishes at 15-14, but a lot of good things ahead for Franklin County. Only 2 seniors on this ball club. One, though, DeMarcus Kennedy.
Yeah, and the young man played hard. Just not enough help out there for Franklin County tonight. Too many turnovers is what it was, Darren.
Well, Coach, I won't see you till Saturday. I'm taking Thursday and Friday off. Actually, I'm doing Georgetown College. But
I know it.
Congratulations, and thank you for allowing me to sit in with you.
Oh, no, thank you. Hey, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Coach Donnie Atkins. Final score again, Franklin County falls to Lafayette 76-42. I'll be back, and I'll start things off with Coach Lee DeForest. Then Gary Ball will take over when he gets back here to Richmond. Scott County, Madison Central up next from the boys 11th Region Tournament on PrepSpin.com.